Hey, total y'all family. May the peace of y'all come upon you when you learn to obey him. And what we're gonna cover at this time is Ezekiel chapter 45, a portion of it, verse 13 to 25, brothers and sisters. We're talking about Yah Masiyah, the end time Messiah, and the Sabbath. That is very important, brothers and sisters. I need to let you know, everyone who kicked the Sabbath right now in captivity is out of the will of Yah, brothers and sisters. Doing so. Because you must know, I'm going to put my pen there for a minute, but you must know what Yah have done. Because this is what a lot of people do. When people come into knowing their identity, and they have teachers that lack the knowledge of Yah. Yes, they familiar and learn the identity that they are Hebrew Israelites, the modern term, brothers and sisters. But we are Abaru peoples of Yaakov, Yashael, Yah, upright strength with Yah. They take you to the earlier writings, which in the earlier writings, which is the Torah, they are permanent, yes. And we was commissioned in order to obey them. See right here, I'm going to take you right here to Exodus 20 real quick. It say, Barah, they got Elohim, but it's Barah, the creator, spoke all these words saying, I am Yah, your Barah, who brought you out of the land of Mizraim, out of the house of slavery. He said, you should have no mighty one against my face. See, right there. He said, you do not make yourself carved images of any likeness of which is in the heavens above, or which is the earth beneath, which is the water below, under the earth, to bow down and worship these things. That's what y'all was saying right there. And he also mentioned the Sabbath. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it. Yes, all of these things y'all told us to remember and to do. But now I want you to think why we are in this condition, because our ancestors did not keep it. And we're going to go there to Lamentations, the covenant of Yah. They broke it. So, and Yah promised them when he gave them the land, the promised land, what the modern term they call Israel today. If you do like the 7 nations, I'm getting rid of, I'm going to use you to eradicate out of the land, the same going to be done to you. I'm going to bring in a foreign nation. You can read that in Deuteronomy 8. They're going to do the same to you. Yah told our people this. And that's exactly what took place, brothers and sisters. See, this is the problem. Many of y'all people, and they teaching, don't tell you the whole story. They don't tell you the whole history. To the present day, you got to know this, brothers and sisters. It's very important. You got to know if y'all stop. So a lot of people don't know y'all stopped this. For us, even though you can read in scripture, it said it's permanent through every generation. But y'all punished a generation. Because our people turned from him and defiled the Sabbath, the temple, the slaughter place. Y'all turned away from us, brothers, and rejected us. He rejected our Sabbaths. You're going to see that. I'm about to show you that. In Lamentation, let me get there. Give me a moment. In Lamentation, brothers and sisters, 2, I'm going to get there. Give me a moment. In verse 6, in Lamentation 2 and 6, you got to see that. You got to know this, brothers and sisters. A lot of people don't know this. Because everything must be carried out accordingly to the will of Yah, brothers and sisters. A lot of people don't know that. Okay, let me get there. In this particular book, they have put together a little bit of different. They don't have Lamentation without the Urim Yah, they call. So I got it located in the scriptures. Give me a moment. I really use these scriptures right here. It's right here. Okay, give me a moment. And so let me get this. So we're going to cover this because this is very important. We're going to look at verse 6 right here. In Lamentation chapter 2 right here. And it reads, He has demolished his booth like a garden. Can you hit me my green scripture real quick? He has destroyed his place of meeting. See, he talking about the temple. And has made the appointed time, see, and the Sabbath to be forgotten in Zion, and despise the sovereign and priest in his raging displeasure. See, the sovereign is the Messiah, the king, and the priest, who present all the offerings before Yah. So right here, let me read this again in 2. This word is read it a little different right here. It says, he, right here, has violently broken down his temple, as though it were a booth of leaves and branches in the garden. That little shade kind of threw me off. And no longer can, let me turn this light away from me real quick. I'm trying to, it's right there, okay, right there. I'm trying to get my phone cam to work here. My phone cam not working at the moment. So right here, give me a moment. I lost my focus. I'm trying to get the light right so I can get this going here. So work with me, fam. It's right here, 2:6. Right here say the branch in the garden. No longer can the people celebrate they got holy feasts, Kodesh feasts, and Sabbath. Kings and priests together fall before the wrath. See, the judgment of Yah. The anger of Yah, brother and sister, that came on our nation. See, y'all stop these things with our people. A lot of people don't teach you these things, brothers and sisters. Not until the punishment be fulfilled and we be restored. That's why y'all say we got to renew the covenant. See, the covenant, we got to go before y'all in the wilderness and get the covenant renewed, brothers and sisters. A lot of people don't tell you that, and they don't know that, brothers and sisters. Each step must be carried out in detail, brothers and sisters, to be back in unity with Yah, that he may accept us again. So I want you to keep these things in mind, brothers and sisters, because everything is very important with Yah, that we follow him in detail. So I'm going to continue off. I'm looking at something in the scriptures real quick. So let me just read the part in Yah, they call Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 10. It say, listen to this message from Yah. They got the Lord, but it's Yah, you nations of the world, and publish it abroad. Yah who scattered his people will gather them back together again and watch over them as a shepherd does his flock. He will save Yasha from those who are too strong for them. You see that? And they shall come home and sing songs of joy upon the hills of Zion, and shall be radiant over the righteousness of Yah, see, or the mercy of Yah. It say crops, they got good crops, the wheat and the wine and the oils, and healthy flocks and herds. See, all these things will be restored back to us. He say, I rebuild your nation. See, Yah gonna restore our nation. But we got to go home for all this restoration to be accomplished, brothers and sisters. So keep them things in mind. And I'm going to get into Psalms. I'm just giving you a briefing on this, of what took place in the past. And how, see, the first part, when we came out of Mizraim, Yah gave us his Sabbath to the nation of Yah to observe and to keep as a permanent institution in our nation, brothers and sisters. To come before Yah at the place he chose. To bring the offerings before Yah. Do all of these functions before Yah. Our people did it for a time, but they turned from Yah and want to be like the other nation and start bringing defilement into his temple and on the slaughter place. That's what got to put out of the land, brothers and sisters. So y'all are severely punished. He said 2/3 gonna die because of this defilement. And he's gonna bring 1/3 through the fire and gonna bring us out, and then he say he's gonna clean us up. See? He gonna renew our mind and get our mind back right on him to obey him. That's how he cleaning us up, brothers and sisters. And we're gonna go right back into all the functions. Now you're gonna see this right here. And how are we gonna keep this Sabbath? Since a way we must do all things before Yah, not in our own way. You got to know what took place in history, brothers. So remember, y'all said people perished because of lack of knowledge of Him, not just a lack of knowledge of anything in the earth or lack of knowledge of a nation, but the lack of knowledge of His will, His plan. Because our people broke His plan, His covenant, His agreement, the contract. Brothers and sisters, we got to know how to carry out we got to know how to carry out His contract, His agreement, His covenant, brothers and sisters, to the T. So let's get it, no delay right here, brothers and sisters. I had to bring all that to show you. I had to go back a little bit. Because when you open these scriptures, you go there and somebody will teach you, they'll teach about all the laws of the Sabbath. But they don't tell you our ancestors broke it. And y'all punished us. And He rejected us. When He rejected us, He rejected everything about us. Everything, every way we try to serve Him, He rejected. Because our people serve Yah in every defile. You can't serve Yah in an unclean way, brothers and sisters, and think He's going to be pleased with you and accept you. No, He's going to reject you. So let's get in. I'm showing you now how it's going to be done again with our nation. Chapter 45, verse 13. Right here, I'm going to get right into it. Verse 13 right here. Let me get some of this light over here so I can really get into this right here. It says, this is the contribution which you present. You shall, and so this is the contribution which you present, and you shall give 1/10 of an ephah from a homer of wheat, and 1/10 of an ephah from a homer of barley. And the law concerning oil, see, it covers the laws, what we're going to do and what we're going to give. See, so I got to go over a little bit to show you something real quick here. See, when you go to chapter 45, it's talking about when we got back into the land, when we're in the land and we recapture the land. Now the land has been divided into possession. All the tribes getting their possession. The Masiyah getting his possessions. See, all that has been sectioned off. The territory of the Kodesh place is going to be sectioned off. The place where the priest, the Kohan's going to dwell, going to be sectioned off. And the place where the people going to dwell, going to be sectioning off. So it's not getting to the shekels and the measurements and the amount of offerings you're going to present to the Masiyah of Yah and the priest of Yah through different functions. We're going to get into that. See, it right here, it says, of the land, this is his portion in Yashayah, my prince. See, he talking about the Messiah shall no longer oppress the people, and they shall give the land of the land to the house of Yashayah according to their tribes. See right there, getting into all of that. It said, thus said Master Yah. I'm speeding through some of this. Enough, you prince of Yashayah, put away violence and plundering, and do right rulings and righteousness, and stop your evictions of my people. See, it said princes. It said, my people declare Barayah. They got Master Yah. Have right scales and right ephahs and right bass. So I had to go back and show you so you can know what I'm talking about. You know, I had to. I just couldn't just start right there. I did, but I had to retract that because you got to know what I'm talking about and getting into. So you're going over the measurements. I'm going to skip some of that. It's in the law concerning the oils and baths. And the oils is 1/10 of the bath from a cur. A cur is a homer, or 10 baths. For 10 baths are a homer. It's in one lamb from a flock. from 200. See, that's time of your flock. Of 200, you give one lamb. And from the water pasture of Yasha'el Yah, and for grain offerings, and for a sinning offering, see the different type of offerings, for a peace offerings, to make atonement for to make atonement for them, declares Yah. See, reconciliation before Yah, between you and Yah. It said all the people, this verse here said all the people of the land are to give this contribution to the prince, see, of Yasha'el Yah. So you're giving this contribution, the offerings, the measurements to the prince of Yah, not just anybody, take the specific person to give, not just to any priest of Yah, but to the prince of Yah, to be atoned for. See, you see that? It said, and all the people of the land are to give this contribution to the prince of Yasha'el Yah, and on the prince, see, it said, on the prince are the sending offerings. See, it's given to him, and the grain offerings and the drink offerings at the feast. See that? It say at the feast and the new moons, the Sabbath. See all the seven right there. See now you're entering in how we're going to conduct the Sabbath, the new moons, and all the feast days, brothers and sisters. See, this gonna be the restoration I'm showing you. That's why nobody is keeping the seven right now. You got to bring your offering. You got to get the offering. So you're going to get your land. You're going to have your animals. All these are going to be supplied to you. So when the time comes, and on that day, all this go back into action, into operation. You're going to be able to carry out the Sabbath this way. The feast days this way, brothers and sisters, according to the will of Yah. I'm showing you right now the restoration of Yah in our kingdom, in our daily lives. It said, thus saith Master Yah, in the first moon. Okay, I skipped something. I don't want to skip nothing. I covered it. So let me go back to 17. It said, all the people of the land are to give this contribution to the prince, see, of Yasha'el Yah, which is the prince, is the Masiyah. And all the prince are the sending offerings and the grain offerings and the drink offerings. At the feast, they got festival, but it's the feast, the new moons, the Sabbaths, and all the appointed times, see, of the house of Yasha'el Yah. See, appointed time to come before Yah. He is to prepare the sin offering. See, right there. The Messiah is not the sin offering. He prepared the sin offering that you bring and present to him, that he may prepare them and offer them up to Yah for your behalf to be forgiven, atoned for your sins. See the atonement offering? To make so to be reconciled. That's how you're going to be reconciled back to Yah. By the Messiah. By you bringing your offering, your animal offering, your grains and all these offerings to him, he prepared them, get them ready to be presented before Yah. So get that in mind. So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. I'm showing you the orders of Yah, of the kingdom of Yah, of the government. That's why, remember, that's what Yah said, and the government gonna rest upon his shoulder. That's how. Because he gonna be there to let you know, to bring these things to him, to be offered up to Yah. That's how Yah, see, it's Yah government. His plan for the Messiah to accept your offerings, your grain offering, your atonement offerings, and then present it to Yah. See? That's important how the plan of Yah is, brothers and sisters. That's why it's so important for the Messiah. He will know these things. He got to know because he the one that's going to be there to accept your offerings. He not the sin offering. He accept your sin offerings to be atoned for. And that's how Yah atone, you see. That's why Yah said, and the government going to be rested upon his shoulder. See? So keep that in mind, brothers. So I'm showing you how. And the peace offering to make atonement for Yasha'el Yah. And thus said Master Yah. Let me go back up. Right here. I don't want to miss nothing. It's saying he is to prepare the sin offering and the grain offering and the sinning offerings and the peace offerings to make atonement for the house of Yasha'el. 4 different offerings to make atonement for the house of Yahshua. Yeah, see. So he's going to make this atonement for you, on behalf of you, because of Yah. Says so. And that said, Bariah, in the first moon and on the first of the new moon, you are to take a young bull, a perfect one. See how I got perfect one without defects, and she'll cleanse the set apart place. I want to get more into that later. And the priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering. See that? The priest, how the priest gonna associate and be working with the Masiyah, the prince. See, and put it on the doorpost of the house, and on the four corners of the ledge and of the slaughter place, and on the posts of the gates in the inner courtyard. And do the same on the 7th of the new moon. See that? On the 7th, talking about the 7th new moon in the cycle, for anyone who makes mistakes or is foolish. So it says on the 7th of the new moon, for anyone who make a mistake or is foolish. And you should make atonement for the house. In the first moon, see, in the first moon and on the 14th day of the new moon, you have the Passover, a feast of 7 days, unleavened bread that follow after the Passover on the 14th day. The feast of 7 days of the unleavened bread is eaten. It's on that day the prince, the Messiah, shall prepare for himself and for all the people of the land a bull for a sin offering. You see that? For himself, showing that the Messiah not perfect, and for the people, all the people of the land, a bull for a sin offering. Right there, brothers and sisters. This never been done yet. And during the 7 days of the feast, he prepared a sending offering to Yah, 7 bulls and 7 rams, perfect ones, daily for 7 days. See, it's the perfect lamb without defects, not the Messiah being perfect, but he repaired the perfect lamb, all these things to be cleansed, to be atoned for himself and the people, daily for 7 days, and the male goat daily for a sin offering. And he prepares a grain offering of 1 ephah for each bull, and 1 ephah for each ram. See, that's fine flour, together with a hin of oil for each ephah. And the 7th moon, see, now talking the 7th moon, on the 15th day of the new moon, at the feast, that's talking the Feast of Tabernacles, Hebrew, or the ending feast of the cycle, and he prepared like these 7 days, see, and likewise like he did in the first moon, which is the new year, as in a sin offering, as a sending offering, as grain offerings, and as, I'm going to read a little bit more, 46, chapter 46. Thus said Master Yah, the gate of the inner courtyard facing east is shut 6 days of work, see, but on the Sabbath it is open, and on that day of the new moon it is open. And the prince shall enter by the way of the porch of that gate from the outside, and he shall stand at the post, and the priest shall prepare his ascending offering and his peace offering, and he shall bow himself at the threshold of the gate, and shall go out, but the gate is not shut until evening. You see that? And the people of the land shall also bow themselves at the entrance to the gate, to this gate before Yah on the Sabbaths and on the new moons. And the sending offering which the prince brings to Yah on the Sabbath day is 6 lambs, perfect ones, and a ram, a perfect one. These are the works of Yah. I'm showing you, bro. These are the works of Yah I'm revealing to you, brothers and sisters. I hope you take this to heart and obey Yah and love Yah. These are the things you gotta know. This is the real Sabbath. This is how we're gonna keep the real Sabbath, brothers and sisters. We're gonna go before Yah in that temple. We're gonna be there at that gate. We're gonna bow before Yah on the Sabbath. This is not a game, brother. You can't bow before Yah in captivity, brothers and sisters. You're all unclean. You can't bow before Yah in the land of Israel right now. It's unclean. Everything got to be set up. The temple got to be restored. We got to eradicate all the people out of the land that don't supposed to be there. Everything got to be sectioned off and back in place, brothers and sisters. It's not a game, brothers and sisters. See, and when we go back in the land, it's no stopping and starting the Sabbath during the time of war. But after, when we get all set up, then, and we be functional, once the Sabbath start, it will never stop. It'd be permanent, continuously, forever. Once all these things be restored to us, see? It got to be restored to us in the order y'all sets. See, this is the order he sets. I can't set the order, so I'm going to close out with this. I want to show you right here. I'm going to backtrack a little bit to 44 right here to show you. 44 of Ezekiel 24 reads right here. And they are to stand as judges. He talking about the priests of Yah in disputes. And the judge according to my right ruling, see. And they are to guard my Torah and my laws and all my appointed feasts and set apart my Sabbath. See, the priest, this is right here showing you the responsibility of the priest to guard it and to set the in order. Set it apart as Kodesh, see. Right now, it's not Kodesh, brothers and sisters. Not until we get home and all set up, then the priests will carry out their function, their duties. Brothers and sisters, this is the Messiah talking to Yazidek, but that, I say, told that Yah.